All right, well, let's move on. Let's talk about Play Octopus. No more.
Yeah, well, it's not fully no more, but it's kind of no more. It's definitely no more for Lyft drivers.
Oh, yeah. No. Bye-bye.
No more for Lyft, for sure. So sorry about that. I don't know why they did this, but then I guess they just decided to go to bed with one, which is Uber.
Well, because here's the thing. A company comes in and says, we want you. We're going to buy you, and we're going to flash some Uber money, and got those deep pockets. And they're like, oh, yeah, perfect. They're chomping.
A lot of drivers like
little dogs. They're like, yeah. Show me that more. Show me more.
Well, I don't know if Uber took over Octopus. I don't think they did. But what I'm trying to say is a lot of drivers, Chris, a lot of drivers liked Octopus. They really did. And they were making like a few $100 a year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this seems like that's going to cut that.
Here is something for those who are, maybe you used the Play Octopus tablet, maybe you didn't. Here's something. We talked about this when we were talking about the Octopus tablet and the tablet that Uber was doing, which is now pretty much this. What you can go and do is you can actually talk to local companies and say, hey, I'm an Uber driver, I'm a Lyft driver, I'm out on the road, I have X amount of passengers. You know the passengers that you're dealing with. So if you're in Orlando, you're dealing with tourists. If you're in a college town, you're dealing with college kids. If you're dealing with a particular subset of people that you deal with mostly, you can go to those particular mom and pop shops. You can go to different stores around and say, look, would you like to advertise? I have a tablet that's built into the back of my car. I have at least 100 different people going in and out of the car. And these are what I can recommend for you when it comes to rates, when it comes to, how many times somebody's going to see it. You could get priority access. So maybe you get it 3 or 4 times in the shuffle deck or whatever it is. But you can go out there and you can actually do it where you can charge a monthly, quarterly, semi-annually or annually or something like that. And you can set up your own personalized advertisement stand, which is just going to play advertisements, and it's going to make you money. You're the one who's in control. And the only thing you'd have to do is just stand true to your word. You can't just take these people's word, money, and then just not drive. You'd have to actually get out there and do what you're saying. So if you drive full time, if you're doing 100 rides or 100 people or whatever it might be, you're able to use that, sell that, and then say, hey, look, this is what we're talking about. Or, another thing, if actually, a few places used to do this and still probably do. If there were teams in town or if there were people in town, with the taxis, they would say, hey, we're looking for a certain spot. And every time they'd go there, they get a few bucks thrown their way because that was the deal. So, these types of things you can still do and work with as well as an Uber or Lyft driver. But yeah, this is a way where you can take this unfortunate news if you're just driving Lyft, which again, I don't recommend doing, or you don't want to deal with Play Octopus anymore because it's now Journeys TV or whatever. You can definitely do what you want to do. You can go get a cheap iPad or a cheap tablet and just run it on cycle. And then usually a lot of the times these companies will actually have some sort of advertisement that they can just hand you and you put it on the deck and then just let it go through and you get paid.
Hey everyone, Sergio here with the Rideshare Guy. What do we say on Show Me the Money Club? Work smarter, not harder. If you aren't using the Solo app, which I have been for the past year and a half, you may be working a lot harder than you need to. Let's change that. Download the app, link your account where you can manage your income, track your expenses, as well as your taxes. Not only that, but you can plan by optimizing your time, make more money, and even guarantee your daily pay with guaranteed earnings. Download the Solo app today. Begin to work smarter, not harder. Link is in the description. Let's get back to it.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's a brilliant idea. And look at what this guy says. He goes, drivers are scamming passengers when they get out of the car. The driver would put a tip on the tablet to get extra money with Play Octopus because Uber is on the screen. Well, that you guys see, when you guys fucking do shit like that, that's why this shit happens. Anyway, so Octopus tablet changes focus on driver earnings via Uber's Journey TV now increasing points to 1.5 per ride starting January 6, 2026, while making games entertainment only. So no more money for that. Key changes: Journey TV Focus rewards are now exclusive to Uber rides, no more Lyft. Connected to Journey TV, that's where Uber's advertising arm comes in. Increased earnings rate, you earn 1.5 points per trip, up from 1. New earnings opportunities on tablet tipping within Journey TV offers more income potential. Uber account linking. It seems like definitely Uber like in bed now, or Octopus. I don't think they took them over. I mean, physically.
They might not have taken them over, but they're probably massive.
Well,
They
yeah,
show the
absolutely. Yeah,
money.
exclusive. It looks like an exclusive deal with Uber, right? So,
Yeah.
link your Uber account to personalized Journey TV, Journey TV Focus. So let's see, Uber account. Okay, classic mode. The all game-based earnings is now for entertainment only. You don't get points for that when they play the games. And I think that was one more that I sent you. And automatic software updates, we'll get that. Profile updates, UI improvements, camera use. The tablet camera acts as a motion sensor to detect passengers for ad view tracking, Chris. There you go. So Uber TV, or whatever TV they said, is Uber's advertising arm. So they're going to keep pumping advertising on that tablet.
And they're collecting the data as well on top of it.
Oh, of course they are. So how to get started with Journey TV, link accounts, enroll. If you have an Octopus tablet, you're not going to be able to use it for Lyft starting January 6th. A lot of the stuff that you used to get paid for, like games and things like that, that's changing. Although the points are going up from 1 to 1.5. Now, I don't know how many points equal to how many dollars, but I mean, this was something the drivers liked.
200 for 20 or something.
Is it? Okay, well, they like this. They liked Octopus. A lot of drivers were, look, I mean, they were probably getting paid their full oil changes for the year. There was a guy that made, what, $1,000 or something like that last year?
Yeah, I mean, well, it's not all doom and gloom, though, when it comes to this, because
no.
the majority of places and markets, you're looking at Uber being 4 to 5 to 1 compared to Lyft.
Yeah.
So if you're still, if you have your tablet, and I mean, because the tablets are going to automatically switch over, so you don't have to do anything. So if you do have a Play Octopus, if you are just driving Lyft, get on the Uber platform and realize that you're probably missing out on even more rides, because Uber's usually busier in most markets, not all. But for the majority of people, you're probably taking anywhere from 4, 5, 6 to 1 rides ratio when it comes to Uber versus Lyft. With that being said, if they're going to take the points and go from 1 point to 1.5 points and keep that dollar amount the same, then you know what? You're actually probably going to be making that quicker. Because if you're taking, let's say, 10 Uber rides, 2 Lyft rides, now you're getting 15 points instead of 14, or instead of 12 points. So that's to put it in that perspective. So when it comes to that, I did 2,300 rides last year on Uber, 11 with Lyft. That is awfully specific with 11. Wow. But I don't think that's going to be too problematic when it comes down to it. But like I say, if you are switching things, or you want to switch things up, you can bypass this entirely. And then if you do private rides, this is going to be huge too. If you do different types of rides, setting up your own tablet, absolutely key. And then you can put your own profile in there. There was a video I made recently, a few months ago, about how you can put it in there, and then put your tips, like Cash App or Venmo or whatever QR codes right in there. So then that way they can tip you directly in cash, and it bypasses the apps entirely. So those are different things that you can do, and you can end up making more money.
Yeah. Well, Pablo had, remember Pablo had done his posters for the back of the passenger seat and the driver's seat with his QR codes for PayPal and Zelle and Cash App. And he experienced like 25 to 30% increased tip rates. So, there's ways to do it. So,
yeah, definitely. All right, thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club with Sergio and myself, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you'll be notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.